Morning. Hello. I have just now had the chance to do this live around energy in, energy out. And I want to briefly talk about our energy levels and how we first, how almost everything uses energy, be it a light, be it a car, be it us as the people. And often I feel like we forget that we actually need and use energy, a lot of energy, right, for certain things. So I want to start by just imagining ourselves waking up in the morning, and just like our phones would have an indication if the battery is full, right? Lucky enough for our phones, you wake up in the morning and your phone, if you charge it overnight, is 100%. Yet you, on the other hand, it all depends when you wake up in the morning, depending on your sleep, depending on the nutrition you've had, depending on a lot of aspects in your life, how much battery do you actually have? So just imagine yourself waking up in the morning and checking your battery. What percentage are you on? Like for me, I woke up maybe a few hours ago and my energy level at that was pretty low. Let's say 50 maybe. And I got up and did a few things. So for me personally, I just need slow starts. I can wake up early and I could do things right away. But if I choose to contain my energy and get the best of me, I want, right? So again, what is your energy level? So then, what's the first thing that you do when you wake up? Is it picking up your phone? Is it taking a shower? Is it whatever it is, right? And that particular first thing you do, does it take energy or does it give you energy? So if we think about um, that first step, right? If using your phone as the first thing, in my personal opinion, it probably will take energy because phones use energy. So therefore, they need to take energy from somewhere else. And so even if it is our attention, and the more aware we are how our first thing determine which direction our energy is going, or rather where your next level is. So let's say here, 50%, right? And then you pick up your phone, the level goes slightly down, maybe 5%, I don't know, right? And then you'll like get an email or see a message that is frustrating. Oh, energy level goes down more. Energy goes down. You haven't even gotten out of bed. You haven't maybe even gotten your coffee. You might have not even gotten out of the house to work, right? And so your energy level that was originally 50 is already down at 30, let's say, right? So, and then if we don't have time, or we're not, and time, not like make time, but like take time, again, energy in, energy out, taking time, making time, right? It's the same concept. If I'm not aware of those, then and implementing resources or tools to bring my energy up, and all right, I'll keep that thought for later, then my chances that my energy is depleting as the day goes on is very high, right? So our goal is to keep an energy level that we can, move through our days, through our lives. And so it's not necessarily to be so strict about it. It's more two aspects that I want to integrate after now that you have imagined yourself waking up in the morning. So two things that we're going to look at is self-awareness and self-compassion, because we need the two, right? Self-awareness first and foremost is like, where's my energy level? And it probably doesn't cross your mind as much when everything goes well. You're not thinking about our energy when, you know, life is smooth. The moment you need to do something that you might not want to do, or it takes a little bit more energy, like thinking energy maybe, then chances are that we're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh, I don't know. And then there's the sensation in our bodies that make us feel tired or exhausted or just low energy. And maybe that one thing you're going to do is, ooh, you know what usually gives me some energy? Not for me personally, but maybe for you, is have a coffee, right? And I don't know, maybe you have one coffee a day, maybe you have 5 coffees a day, whatever it is. But the question is, why am I having these coffees? And then is it to pick up my energy? And obviously I don't want to hone down on like coffee so much, but like that's one of picker upper, right? An energy picker upper. So what if we choose nature? Nature to me is the number one energy giver, because nature isn't asking anything of you. Yes, I agree that maybe having, especially where I am, we've had like a few rainy days, but it wasn't rainy 24/7. It was spotty rains. It was no sun. It wasn't warm or anything, right? So that can drain us. That can take energy. But is it the weather that's taking energy, or is it my connotation on what that energy is about, right? Or that weather is about. Because if I look at it as just what it is, which it is, right? It's just raining. It's not like, oh, it's raining. It's like, it's draining me. It's like the rain doesn't do anything. Versus the phone I mentioned, that's a different story. Yes, we can also get energy back from our phones, but I would still disagree that it's actual energy giving. It's just delaying. Like last night, I probably could have gone to bed at 10, right? And I didn't, because I wanted to answer some emails. I wanted to do this. I wanted to like close out my day. But then one thing led to the next, to the next, to the next. And I just couldn't shut it down. And it wasn't because I wanted more energy. It was just that something kept my attention. And so that's what phones do. They actually take our energy, our attention. Giving our attention to something also takes energy, right? You have a child. Like I was talking to a friend of mine who has a toddler. It's like, I'm not doing anything and I'm tired. I'm like, yes, because you're giving attention all the time. And that's what we usually forget, is that whenever we give attention to something 24/7, 10 hours, 5 hours, 10 minutes, it takes energy. So that's why when we are choosing things to pay attention to, like nature, for example, where there is no request, right? Like even you have a toddler running around, it's not asking you much, but you have to pay attention that nothing's happening. With nature, if I'm just sitting here and there's nothing to be expected, right? No thunderstorms or whatever, and I can just sit and enjoy, there is no giving, there is no energy giving. It's only energy taking, using, or yeah, taking. And so as I'm sitting here outside, I can take a deep breath. I can just feel the wind around me, and that already can give me energy. So your breath is, and I will repeat this throughout, not just this live, but throughout life, is our lifeline. Your breath is your lifeline. That's the bottom line. And if we're not recognizing what our breath is actually doing, so what is it doing, right? It is, we are inhaling oxygen into our bodies, and oxygen is energy. So here you go. You're talking about energy in, energy out. It's your breath. first and foremost. So all the things I talked about are things that we believe to be things we have to pay attention to, when in fact, what I'm inviting you to do is give attention to yourself. And yes, that could take energy too. It's a practice. So the idea really is to sit back moments in a day, and moments meaning 30 seconds. Let's say you're at work, you having a rough day, maybe you're in a call, and maybe in the call you can like lean back, take a breath and whatever not. But anytime you get, even if it's only for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just this long, just lean back, take a deep breath. In 5 seconds, you can probably take 2 to 3 deep breaths. You're all set. And you get energy back for, responding to this email, for picking up that phone to make that call, whatever else you're going to do next that's going to use energy. So let's rumble back to that imagining piece in the morning, right? You wake up in the morning, you have a certain energy level. And so let's say you pick something in the morning. And again, yes, the coffee can give you all this energy, right? So maybe that's what a lot of people pick right away in the morning to heighten their energy level. But that kind of energy level is also an energy level that goes up and quickly down, up and quickly down, right? And so it's not lasting many hours, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe you take a really strong coffee, and I'm no coffee drinker, so who am I to judge? Like, I have no idea, right? Just sharing my thought around this, just something that often people do. But the thing about it, is it something that I can continuously do, right? You can't drink coffees all day, right? I mean, maybe you can, but from what I've learned, you can't, or it's not as healthy as we may want it to be. And so what if we're just finding different energy givers, right? I said nature, I said the breath, and recognizing that it does not take much to get energy back. So when you have this morning, so what if you start your morning at 50% and you take a few breaths in the morning, and you adding already energy that hasn't even wasted yet, right? You still have the energy that you've had from waking up, plus the energy of these few breaths, and then you're already at 60 if you started off with 50, depending on how your sleep was, right? So then you go up to 60, and then you'll have your coffee, you're getting up to 70, right? And then you maybe have a brief conversation with someone, or get a hug from someone before you leave the house. Then that will add another one, and all of a sudden you're at 100%. You haven't even left the house yet, right? Maybe you have something to drink, something to eat, right? That also adds energy to your body. So taking care of our personal needs right away in the morning can bring our energy level really high. And then obviously you're going to do things that are going to take energy. That's the bottom line. And so as we're going through the day, our energies are going to go down. And then yesterday I had a moment, I was so tired, and it wasn't really like, oh, I'm so tired. It was just like, something, I didn't really know what it was. And then we had dinner, we sat down, we ate. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, I feel like a new person, right? And it was like, what, 7:30 at night? And getting like this boost again, right? So nutrition is huge. And water, drinking, and our breath. So what this life really was about is for us to first be more aware of our energy levels, right? Have a bank of our energy, like an energy bank awareness. Like, what's my energy bank? And depending on how old your phone is, you're bringing this charging bank with you, right? So guess what? You have a charging bank with you all the time, which is your breath. That's it. No gimmicks. That's it. And now let's talk about self-compassion. Because what will happen now that I'm sharing all these beautiful things with you, you're going to beat yourself up that you, oh my God, I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't taking my breaths. I wasn't paying attention, blah, 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 right? That's the moment where you take a deep breath again. You're like, okay, I didn't do that. It's okay. I can do it now, right? Or I can do it tomorrow. I can do it the next time. And just keep working on it. Keep trying and not put yourself down just because you couldn't give yourself energy back. It's a practice, it's a muscle, like many things in our lives. And so, all I want to leave you with is start practicing, or if you're already doing this, but add some a little bit more awareness to how your energy levels are. How often do you pay attention to your breath? And then, last but not least, give yourself a break. Be kind and recognize that we all are still trying our best and have to start again, start again, start again. So, with that said, I wish you a wonderful day. I hope you have a lot of energy today and make sure to take those deep breaths. So, much love. Thank you and see you soon.